So let's begin with what I did was convert my existing project, the cookbook which is already created, and I do this. I did the service worker.js. So basically, in the progressive web app, what we really need is things. We need a manifest JSON, a service worker, and the logo. So I can give you, hold on, I can give you the site that I following. This one. Uh, this is the tutorial that I watch and some of the materials that I did to be able to understand the PWA. So um, in that tutorial, he recommended to install Chrome extension because the Lighthouse, if you are familiar with it, Lighthouse Chrome extension, this one. So this can analyze already your website capability if it's PWA ready. So let's just begin with Netlify, one of my website here. Okay, let's just get this one, and this is my Netlify deployed project. When I installed the Lighthouse Chrome extension, what it can do is in the inspect, you have this Lighthouse and you can analyze the page load. Because first of all, what we need is to know whether our website is PWA ready or capable, so we can install we can convert it to PWA. So this Lighthouse is optional, but I find it essential for building websites so that you can run diagnostics on your website, whether it's the performance, the accessibility, and you can also, there are certain useful information here that might help you to improve your website. So basically what we need here right now is to have a PWA badge. This is an optional feature, but it will help you later on. An optional steps, but it will help you later on to avoid certain errors that you might encounter. So if let me just um, turn off my extensions here because it's messing with the PWA. So what you have right now is you can know whether it's installable or not. So if you have this PWA badge already, that it will turn green if it's installable or not. So first of all, you run diagnostic first with your website to know whether um, your website passed the PWA installable requirement. And then the next thing that I did was to create these three things. The manifest JSON is already provided to us once we do the create React app. So manifest JSON is already there. The next step is the service worker.js. So what is this service worker.js? First, I don't really understand why do we need this. So I did a little research about PW, the service worker, and what it does. So let me also send you the link that I'm reading. So this the service worker. Why do we need it in the PWA? So basically, when you turn on or register your website, turn on the service worker, you unlock the full potential of that PWA, because there are nowadays there are the website that we build right now are PWA ready, but the service worker by default is not registered or unregistered. So we need this service worker file to unlock the potential of your PWA so you can implement this cool feature like offline access, background app refresh, and um, what do you call this, push notification that the normal app with normal as app has. So how do we know if a service worker is activated in our website? So in application, you go here and you can see the service worker right now is not on. So what we are doing right now is to register that service worker first, our website, to turn on that service worker. So in here, if you have your ready React project, you can follow along on the steps. The first thing that I did is in the index HTML. In the index HTML, first you have to have the manifest link your manifest JSON with which is already inside. But if you are not using a Create React app, like you're building it from scratch and you don't have the manifest.json, first you need to create that one. But since I did this project using Create React app, manifest.json is already linked here. So that's the step one. Link the manifest.json in your index.html. And the second one is this service worker script. So there are many ways to implement the service worker, but what I did was I use a library called Workbox, and I'm not sure whether you are guys familiar with that one, but for me, I use this Workbox for implementing the service worker because it's an npm package. You can use it like this, import, or you can also install it in your local and call it like the usual when we have like npm package, we call it in our javascript file. So either way you can do both, but there are also many ways to implement it. But for my side, what I did was I used this package, this Workbox package. So I'll just give this thing so you can read what is a workbox. So in here, I just followed the steps that they provided. I use this link to, because I did not install it in my project. I did not install it, so I just did this one, import. And to use it to turn on the register, we have to make this register script. So maybe I'll just put it inside the in our Discord. Yep, inside our index.html script. And the next thing is to create the service worker.js. So this one is not the default when we do the create React app. So we need to add this one, create React app. And then I just follow along the workbox. So it's actually pretty simple implementation. So I just follow this script here that says, where are you guys? So this one, the workbox routing. And what this what does it mean? So all right. So the script that you put here is referring to this worker.js right here over here, and you say register. The default one right now, that's why it's not active, because the service worker is not registered. So we do this registering of our service worker, and then in here in the inbox, in the service worker, using the workbox library, I register a route, and this route, uh, it has this strategy, which is cache first, but it has a lot of there are different strategies that you can implement depending on your website requirement. What is your website requirement? So I did here is cache first, and are the other what are the other options? Hold on, let me see this. Gosh, yeah, you can also do network first. You can also do network first strategy. So the difference between the cache and the network. So for the cache first strategy, we prioritize serving responses from cache, and and from and from the network, the strategy network first is useful when you want to ensure that if you keep on changing, you want the most up-to-date version of your resources. And it's suitable if you keep on changing the real time date, your data. And so if the network is unavailable, the fallback will be cache first. So in my case, I just did this network first, but you can also do the cache first. So here is the service worker.js in my I don't know, under the service worker.js, I did this thing. And after that, after I finish, yeah, the manifest.json. Manifest.json contains your metadata here. So since I've changed I've changed, so whatever logo or I icon or favicon that you have is in there in manifest.json. For people who don't use create react app, manifest.json, you have to build it. But since we already have this, I did not change anything in here, but the PWA uses the favicon and I mean the logo, these icons over here. It is needed when you want the PWA, when you want your your website to be PWA. So I um, after I implemented the index HTML, link the manifest.json and put the script here, what I did next was the npx serve. Okay. Hold on, guys. Okay, so um sorry, am I going too fast, or can you guys follow? Can you follow what I've been doing?
So far, yes.
So yeah, actually,
All right. Okay. Okay. Yes. Um. So I use the npx serve for the to have that static file in my local. Um. directory as web server. Hold on, let me get one more, and then do the npm start. Okay, here is the after I implemented this service worker. Okay, let me see. Yes, or this one. So now in the application, as I mentioned before, the service worker is now activated and running because we already registered it. The first one that I show you, the one that I deployed in Netlify, has no service worker implemented there yet. So the service worker is unregistered. So now that we know that it's running, we basically this is the like a toggle that you are now PWA ready, and now you can do implement the features that you did, like implement the features that you want, such as the push notification or the background of refresh, and so many things that the PWA can do. So this is just the first thing that we need to do, but I cannot discuss how to implement the push notification and other features that PWA discussed, because PWA has to offer, but with the service worker.js already activated, you can now use that functionality or implement that functionality inside your web page. So that's it. And then now, the if you want to go one step forward, you can actually implement an install button here so that your app would have this install button. But and there are several npm packages that we can use to implement that React button. This one, I actually use this one, the React use PWA install. So this would, using this package, this will enable us to have that option to download your application or your website. And the next thing is, now that we see that our application, oh, not this one. Okay. Now that we see that our service worker is already activated, you can now proceed to install that one, and then there, it's already in your Chrome apps. You can now install this. Now I cannot show you if I go offline, because we will be cut off. But if I still go offline, this is my screenshot. If I go offline, like there's no Wi-Fi and everything, my data is still loading. I mean, my website is still active, and it's not just like the normal app. No, it's still working, and you can still use all the functionalities, like the links are all working. But yeah, so that's it. So I think that's all. Am I too fast, or do you understand what I did?
Yeah, so it's basically using the service worker
Yes,
from Google.
the service worker is essential part of making your PWA PWA work, because registering a service worker will be able to unlock the potential or the complete features of of a PWA app. And that means it's you can now implement certain things like push notification and all the other cool stuff that PWA does. But maybe I can also show you, if because I also have another method of creating this, because this one is when you are already inside your project and you want to register a service worker. This is how I did it. But in the normal Create React app, what you can do is, since our Create React app doesn't have that service worker, you can actually do the template. There is a code. Hold on, let me find it. This thing. So it's actually easier easier than or simple to implement than I expected, but most importantly, it will allow you to implement other features already, since you unlock the PWA functionality. Um, where are we? CD desktop. Um, PWA, and then I do this thing, npx create react app, and then my project, and then do the template, CRA template PWA. And when you use this template, the CRA template PWA, what it does is the Create React project has already a its own service worker file, and you don't need to create it anymore. You just have to make it registered. Okay. All right, then let's go to the open folder desktop. As you can see in the source here, the service worker is already being created upon using the Create React app with the CRA template. So what you need right now here to make it work like a PWA ready is to line register. I cannot see it. Register. Register the route. Oh, hold on. Sorry, it's not here. In the index.js. Here, yeah. In the index.js, it has this service worker already. So all you need to do is register this one. So just change it to register, and then after registering it, we have the manifest.json. Let me say this is my PWA app, and then I save it here, and then npm run build, npm run build. Okay, now that's finished. We can npm start. All right, and we can inspect in our application to see that our service worker is already running, and that's it. We can now download it, install it, and then download. So we have it there already. So that is one way if you don't want to use the workbox library and do it in the Create React app using the template. That's the another way to do it. So that's it.